Hi guys, it's Melissa. How are you all? Hope everything is great with you guys. Today I kicked the cats out of my witchy room, so I won't be bothered by them. Today is tarot study. We're going to do the Judgment card, number 20. Its alternate names are Angel, Fame, and Time. So here is the Judgment card. Numerology links are the High Priestess and Justice. The astrological planet is Pluto. The element is fire. The Hebrew letter is Shin. Symbol is tooth. And the meaning is renewal. The Tree of Life pathway is the 21st, between Malkuth and Hod, or Hod. The chakra is the altar major for the past and past lives. The key meaning is assessment and letting go of the past. So let's read and understand the Judgment card. So Judgment depicts Judgment Day, prophesied by the Apostle Paul in the letter to the theologians, when the souls of men would be awakened by the archangel's trumpet call and judged before God. The figures may be holding up their arms to embrace the moment of resurrection before judgment. Judgment is a personal wake-up call to consider our past actions. How do we judge ourselves? The archangel who blows the trumpet is Gabriel, and his wake-up call is a moment of revelation, when we can discover the truth of our relationship with ourselves. We may also be awakened to a new relationship with God, with our spirit guides, or with the angels, as one of the 3 angel cards of the tarot, along with the Lovers and Temperance. Judgment can be a call of spiritual service. In the major arcana sequence, Judgment comes after the sun and before the world. We have reached a sanctuary with the sun, a reminder of the paradise of Adam and Eve of the Lovers card. But before we can complete our cycle, we must make some decisions and gain some acceptance about the past. When this is done, we can evolve to a state of completion and rebirth, offered by the world before we return to the Fool. When the last judgment of man is complete, a new world is created, which the Fool will discover when he incarnates once again and his journey begins anew. The Judgment card 20 is composed of 2 tens and implies balancing our past actions. It reduces to the number 2, or 2, in the major arcana cards. The number of the High Priestess, who stands between the earth's plane and the world of the dead. Judgment also links with the card Justice. While justice is an external judgment upon us, judgment is how we judge ourselves. At this time, we can reflect on the past, access our actions, and release the experience so we can move forward. Sorry, guys. Judgment is associated with Pluto in the astrological, who was the Roman god of the dead in the underworld. The planet Pluto is also associated with transformation at a deep level. The element of judgment is fire, perhaps a reference to the flames of purification and the burning of the physical body in rituals or cremation. The Judgment in Kabbalah. The Kabbalistic number of judgment is Shin, meaning tooth. The letter takes on the form of the 3 upright strokes, like a W, which would be interpreted as the 3 aspects of the consciousness highlighted by judgment: the past, present, and future. Shin also stands for Shaddai, a name for God. One of the meanings of Shin in the sacred ancient text, Sefer Yetzirah, is head in the souls, a perfect descriptor for judgment. As we mentally access our past actions, Shin also comes up in the phrase Sha at Ha Shin, which roughly translates as the 11th hour. Judgment certainly tells us that the time is now. On the Tree of Life, judgment is placed on the 21st pathway between the spheres of Malkuth, our perceptive world, and Hod, wisdom and the mind. Just as judgment asks us to access our place in the world according to our deeds. Turn this card here. There we go. The upright meaning of the card. It is time to come to a decision about the past. Great changes and opportunities are on the horizon, but before you can decide on your decision, certain past issues need to be addressed. This process is purely about how you judge yourself on the past actions and attitudes. In the upright position, judgment shows you will feel you have acted with integrity and did the best you could. As you accept yourself fully, you can blow your own trumpet and praise yourself for your achievements. An additional meaning is being in the public eye, hence fame, this card's alternative title. Judgment also predicts a spiritual awakening as you feel called to explore your potential. You have learned much about yourself in the most recent phases and are ready to go further. Developing your spiritual connection with your guides and angels. As you receive guidance on your path, your confidence and wisdom will grow. So for the home, you may be drawn to an old property or consider returning to a place that holds happy memories. You will soon need to make a major property decision. In relationships, love is accessed and shifts into a new phase. There may be a need for reconciliation if you deem the relationship worthwhile. If you are single, you may revisit an old relationship and decide if it is worth trying again. An old friend may reappear. Career and money. Acknowledgement for your success is coming. Finances also improve. So his wisdom, the wisdom of the card, look back with pleasure. Okay. The reverse meaning. When reversed, you may be stuck in the past or refuse to learn the lessons that are there for you. You may find yourself in old patterns and not yet able to break free. Delays are also indicated in terms of future plans, and you may be feeling trapped and unable to progress without really understanding why. You have the ability to judge your actions and attitudes and then move on. The past cannot be changed, only accepted. Have compassion for the person you were then and for the decisions you've made. You don't have to live with the results of these choices in the future. You can decide to be free. So the symbols of the cards is Archangel, symbolizes awakening, the Archangel Gabriel, but the flag on his trumpet is that of a dragon, slaying Saint George, patron saint of England, linked with the Archangel Michael. Michael's element is fire, the element of this card, although what we see on the card is water, the element of Archangel Gabriel. The archangel, therefore, may be an I can't say this word, amalgamation of both Michael and Gabriel. The trumpet here. The call of the trumpet tells us it is time for resurrect the past and make a decision. Heralds blew on trumpets to announce war and also the presence of royalty and other dignitaries. The dead rising. The rising dead are resurrected and rebirthed. The 6 figures are shown in 2 groups of 3s that reflect different phases of the past. They are man, woman, and child, asking us to look at the roles and relationships. Naked they are about to be reborn. The child symbolizes the spirit of a new age. The open coffins. Transformation is illustrated by the figures rising from the resurrection of their coffins into the new consciousness. The flag of St. George. The flag bears St. George Cross for England's patron saint. The red and the white symbolizes the unification of opposites. The sea and the glaciers. The water is a symbol of purification. The past can be forgiven and washed away. The glaciers feel like a paradise, a new world about to be born. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful card. So that was from The Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. Now we'll go into the Rider-Waite book. So the Judgment. Often the term judgment carries negative connotations, but the imagery of this card expresses positivity, freedom, and even a sense of rejoicing. Essentially, this card indicates that a revolutionary verdict has been made in your favor. This ruling comes after a period of withdrawal, depression, or seclusion. An announcement is coming and it will have you jumping for joy, or you'll receive news that you can move forward with an important project. In its simplest form, the Judgment card is a herald to answer your highest call. So, things to ask yourself if you get this card. What is my highest calling? Am I answering the call? Am I judging myself or others too harshly? If there was no chance of rejection, what action should I take or would I take? How can I rise above confinement and be my best? So the Judgment card is saying to you, the old adage, it's always darkest before the dawn, is true in your case. You've had your fair share of struggles, and now you finally get a reprieve. Consider it a reward for hanging in there, keeping your faith, and doing the best to remain balanced through recent trials. The upright keywords are relief, good news, answered prayer, and discernment. The reverse would be rejection, unfairness, self-conscious, and confinement. So the core meaning of the upright card. You have endured a time of deep contemplation and have finally made a decision. You cleared out emotional baggage and you can now make a clean break from the past grudges. With introspection and self-investment, you have attained balance and your ability to discern better choices is keen. In love, you have been separated from a loved one for a long time. Expect to be reunited soon. In money, news of an inheritance is coming your way. Old, forgotten investments surface and should be cashed in your career. If you've been overlooked for a promotion or are standing on the sidelines, your time to shine is now. Family. Expect to be reunited with a loved one. He or she has been overseas or emotionally unreachable. So the reverse, the core meaning, somewhere along life's journey, you decide you weren't worthy. And so you reject the call to reach your higher potential. Extremely sensitivity to being in the spotlight. Shyness, embarrassment holds you back. Confining yourself in the shadows is not the answer. In love, a severe case of bashfulness is keeping you from approaching a person to whom you were attracted. Take a chance. Money. There's nothing wrong with being frugal, but you might be taking thrifty to the extreme. Career. You're at a crossroads, and a case of self-doubt has you paralyzed. Rise above the fears and make the right choice in your career. Family. Sometimes a break is needed, but not at the expense of neglecting your family or isolating yourself from those who you love. So that's the Judgment card. The Judgment card is judging the way that we judge ourselves. We judge ourselves so that we can get better. We got to forget about the past to move on. So we all have to go through that judgment period. Hope this all helps you guys. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you like this. And also subscribe to my channel so you can get the rest of the series. Okay, guys? I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.